Mark, thanks for joining us out here in Abu Dhabi. First off, just tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you've been doing out here in the last few years with the Academy.
Yeah, so originally from Scotland. As a young boy, I moved over with my family to Canada. In 2022, kind of got the offer of a lifetime to come out and work for Rangers, a team I've supported my entire life. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far. David and myself kind of growing the Academy from the ground up. Now my kind of day-to-day is just making sure the Academy's running smoothly, dealing with parents, making sure all the coaches are on top of things and our sessions are well prepared for each evening, and as well as our league as well.
Yeah, what's the sort of day-to-day life of a Scottish coach out here in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I would say every day is a bit different. Now, I would say Monday to Thursday is when our Academy, we run our sessions 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock every night across all age groups. And then we have our matches on a Sunday, so that the younger groups play in the morning and the older groups play in the evening. So in addition to running an Academy programme, David and I, and now Izzy, we've got a lot of different projects on the go. We've got a lot of internal tours coming, so a lot of academies that have been coming from all over the Middle East really. Our Rangers Academy in Scotland and Northern Ireland have come over for a few tours, so we're busy planning those programmes. And then we've also got our external tours that we take a group of our kids over every year to Glasgow to experience Rangers in Scotland. So different things to keep us busy, and definitely having that connection with parents I think that's one of the cornerstones that help us grow the Academy, is having that relationship with our kids and our parents, and making sure that your Academy's viewed as one of the elite academies in Abu Dhabi.
How have things developed and progressed since when you first arrived to now?
Yeah, it was a big challenge initially, just to kind of get everything off the ground. And a lot of kids that are already playing football here had established teams that they were playing in, so it was just a case of building it gradually. I think we started off with probably just a couple of dozen players across all age groups. So the challenge for us was to, first of all, establish a team in each age group, and from there build it strength to strength so that those teams were competing. So the progress in each age group's been massive. We've come close to winning the league in a few age groups. We've won several tournaments over the course of the last few years, and right now our U14s group in particular, both our teams in the respective leagues are top of the table and undefeated. So to think that that's where we are right now compared to where we started I think is a massive achievement. Again, we started with just a few handfuls of people, and now it seems like I'm getting a call every morning with someone else wanting to join the Academy. So I think we're sitting just over 200 players now across all age groups, and then we've got our ECA programs, which has also got several dozen kids each day. So yeah, very proud of the work we've done, and very excited as to what the next year has in store.
What are some of the big benefits that Rangers get out of having this Academy?
I would definitely say that it was a massive leap to come out to a region where it's heavily dominated by Manchester City, being Man City is owned by the Sheikhs of Abu Dhabi. So I think it was a very, very ambitious challenge for Rangers to come out here. But thankfully, we had Gary Gibson, Ian Greer, who lead the project back on the Scotland side. They had faith in the programme, and they had faith that the club could build up over here, and that's exactly what's happened. So, but I would say, yeah, the brand awareness is a big one. A lot of kids are starting to know who Rangers are out over here. Obviously, with their uniforms having the Rangers crest on it, and yeah, I think that's been probably one of the bigger takeaways. But it's just a great experience for someone to come from the UK or even any of the other countries we're working with to come over and experience Rangers in this setting.
You mentioned Manchester City there as one of the big clubs that have massive academies over here. What does it say about the project that Rangers have managed to bring in around 200 kids now, despite the fact that there's so much heavy competition here?
Yeah, I would say, and this is feedback I've got from parents, just the way our coaches work with the kids. Obviously we want to have a competitive team in all age groups, but we also pride ourselves in being an inclusive programme. So we like to work with kids of all levels of ability, from grassroots all the way up to kids that might already have a couple of years of experience in competitive teams. So that's been a big takeaway for me, hearing parents speak about how our coaches have treat their kids, are very inclusive. Our sessions are very adaptable, so that everyone has a chance to grow and thrive in that environment, and providing that access for kids to grow. And as a result of that, the winning will come after, which we're starting to see now in our third and fourth years.
massive clubs are out here. Man City have been mentioned. I think we've seen Juventus playing the other day. What does it say? What's to be gained from kind of rubbing shoulders with them and being part of that conversation for one of the big academies out here?
You quickly realise that those academies that are set up are quite in the same structure as us. Yeah, it's been great to work with them. And they're a very big help when we promote our internal tours. So when we have Glasgow, Northern Ireland, Kuwait, Qatar, some of the clubs in Dubai come down and they want to run a tournament here at this facility behind me. It's always a good draw to have these types of teams in the tournaments that we run, rather than just the independent academies. As you said, they're big names. So the guys at the other academies are brand new. They're really good with David and I. We've got really good relationships with them. So it's good that we can help each other out in those ways.
What's been some of your highlights as a coach out here?
Weather. Yeah, no, again, going back to one of your previous questions, just to see how far we've come. There was some frustrating days in the early stages when, how are we going to grow this organically? But now, to kind of just sit back and reflect on all the obstacles we've overcome, and all the challenges we've faced, and to see that we're now in a really good place. And also just coming in every night and just seeing the kids, they're genuinely happy to be there. You have to chase them off the pitch at the end, turn off the lights because they don't want to go home. And then finally, just building relationships with people, whether that be the parents or different stakeholders we work with. Right now, we've started a relationship with the British Chamber of Commerce that we're going to be doing some projects with them, building relationships with other clubs. And yeah, I'm a very personable person, so I enjoy that part of the job and interacting with different people and people from all walks of life. So I would say that's probably my favourite parts outside the weather.
How would you like to see things develop over the next 4 years?
Just grow, continue to grow. Right now we're based at an international school. We've got 2 pitches. I think we're getting to the point where we're almost at capacity where we need to really have that expansion. So I think it's about this year just continuing to do what we're doing, and hopefully by next year we might be able to open up a second venue, which essentially brings in more kids and continues to grow the program. But yeah, just staying positive and looking for other ways to grow the program.